Hello, and welcome to my channel, or as I like to call it, my little corner of the world. If this is your first time here, I'd like to welcome you. And if you are returning, I'd like to welcome you back with thanks. If you like some of the things that I have talked about or do talk about, please consider subscribing and clicking the like button and joining in, and let's have a conversation about it, okay? I do apologize. I have not been making videos as much as I want, but the chemotherapy just wipes me out, and I just haven't had much energy to do anything. So, anyways, what I wanted to talk about now, I titled this "Let Chris Watts Go." The title's misleading. I do not mean let him go from prison. He is where he needs to be. He's where he deserves to be, and he needs to leave in a bag. But that's it. Okay. Now, but the reason why I said that is, I think this is going to be the 6th year, coming up on the 6th year, and all of a sudden, I'm seeing a lot of Chris Watts tapes coming up, and I don't know. I thought it's 6 years, and the Ruseks are still trying to heal. Why don't we just let it go now? I think everything that needs to be said has been said about Chris Watts. But just whenever I thought that everything that had needed to be said was said, I come across a video, and it titled something like Shannans Watts, Toxic Narcissist. And so I thought, well, let me see what that's about. And I was really disappointed in the tape because the poster seemed very, very one-sided. One-sided, like it was all Shannans' fault. And poor Chris, And I thought, well, look, I think I need to talk about that. I need to comment about it, okay? So I just wanted to talk on some topics that really stuck out for me in this video, okay? One thing was that Shanann was putting herself on social media, even her kids on social media, and it was unfair if they were crying or something. You shouldn't be putting your kids on social media whenever they have an emotional moment. And I thought, well, my goodness, if that's the case, then there's a lot of unfit parents or bad parents, because I see a lot of it on social media. People, oh, the kids are happy, oh, the kids are crying, or whatever, and I see that. So she didn't do anything that was out of the ordinary. It seems like almost everybody does it, all right? So I think, no, she did not do anything wrong. Now, it was also said that, well, she puts her whole life on social media, on Facebook. But you have to remember that she was involved in network marketing. Now, network marketing is extremely difficult, okay? And you need to put yourself out as much as you can, because if you don't, your 5 or 6 friends that are supposed to recruit 5 or 6 friends, and they're supposed to recruit 5 or 6 friends, they don't, okay? You really got to put yourself out there, which she did, okay? And when she put herself out there and, promoting these products and that, she always, she talked, oh, Chris was the best thing that ever happened to her. Yeah, she really pumped him up and bragged him up. Okay, so I thought, no. I think I'm not going to fault her for that. Okay, and now there were some other things too that, for instance, the finances. and oh, the finances were out of control. They were in debt, on and on and on. And I do have to agree to an extent that they were in over their heads, but a lot of it was medical bills. So it wasn't like, Shanann saying, hey, look, I'm going to have cervical spine surgery so that I can run up the bills. Okay, a lot of them were medical bills. Now, they lived in this big, expensive house, but she didn't do that because she wanted to be a part of the Joneses or whatever. I've heard her say this in other videos, that she just wants the best for her family. She just wants the best for her kids, for Chris, and I've heard her say that. So it wasn't like she was just saying, well, hey, I want to keep up with the Joneses. No, she wanted to do the very best that she could, for her family. Okay. Now, one part of the tape, or the video, I got the feeling that I don't know. I got the feeling that maybe the way this video promoted it, that maybe she asked for it. Well, number one, nobody deserves that. I don't care if you're a bitch of a wife. Nobody deserves that. Nobody, to be murdered like that, and your kids murdered. And this poster also says that it was not a premeditated murder. It was not first-degree murder. It wasn't premeditated. Well, listen, if you would listen to everything before you make a judgment like that, you listen. And when he told the CBI, FBI, and Frederick officers when they went out to see him that he admitted it. He says things like, and I've heard him say this. He says that, well, I put them down to sleep, and I thought to myself, this is the last time I'm going to put my babies down to sleep. Well, why would he say that? Well, simple, because he was planning on doing something like this, okay? And he also made the statement, he says, well, whenever I woke up that day, I woke up and I knew that day it was going to happen. Okay, so yeah, it was premeditated. He had it planned, okay? He did a farting poor job as far as a criminal goes, to have a crime scene like that. But no, he knew it was going to happen, all right? Now, the thing with Chris Watts is you never know if he's telling the truth, when he's telling the truth. You don't know. And, he says, well, the kids woke up. He killed them first, and then they woke up, came to the room, and it's like, I don't know. Did he kill them at home, or did he kill the kids at the oil site? We'll never know, because he doesn't tell the truth, okay? And, but a couple of things that I wanted to touch on was when the CBI agent says that, well, did Shanann do something? And isn't it funny? Isn't it just like a little bit too coincidental that that's the story he latched on to? And he said things like, oh, boo-hoo, I said I wanted a divorce, and whenever I went upstairs, she was on top of one child, and they were blue. I've been a paramedic for 20 years. Now, I'm not the brightest bulb on the Christmas tree, but I've handled a lot of dead bodies, seen a lot of dead bodies that were hours old, days old. I've seen it. Excuse me. And you just don't turn blue. It doesn't happen that way. All right. So, I didn't believe that. And if he loved those children as much as he says he did, why would he put them in crude oil tanks, desecrate their bodies like that? Anybody's first reaction would have been, call an ambulance, let's revive the kids. okay, but he didn't. He didn't. So, no, he killed the kids, and he killed Shanann, and that's a fact. That is a fact. Um, but exactly what went on, I don't know if we'll ever know, because, he doesn't tell the truth. He makes himself look good. Just like he says that he put the kids in the back seat, in the truck, in the back seat, and he put Shanann on the floor. I don't think he did. Now, personally, I don't think he did, because as much as I could see on the video of him backing the truck up and all that, and putting them in the back or whatever, handling a dead body, whether it's freshly dead and they're just a rag doll, or they are stiff, okay, is extremely difficult to handle. And I didn't see him struggling like that. My personal opinion, I think he just dumped her in the back, made room in the back, dumped her in the back, and hauled her in the bed of the truck. That's what I think. Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. That's just what I think. All right. Now, as I said, and I can go on and on and on and on about this, but I'm not going to. But the thing is, he killed the whole family, even baby Nico. He killed everyone. And there's no, and he needs to be where he needs to be. And really, one more thing before I close is he, the mistress, Nicole Kessinger, and people were just hell bent saying, she helped out, she did it. Well, did she do it? I haven't seen evidence that she was actively involved in the killing. I haven't. Was she involved? I don't know. We'll never know. But one thing I do know is she's never going to be charged. She will never be charged because of the evidence. There's just not enough evidence. She's not going to be charged, all right? So I think that, my personal opinion is, I think that we really need to let this go so that the Rusaks can heal. Okay, they don't need to be seeing this all the time. And what I've done is I've just blocked the videos that I'm seeing coming up now as just not interested. I've kept being a subscriber to these people because they're fine people that put these videos up. They're good people. I kept on as a subscriber, but I don't want to see that video anymore. And I really don't want to talk about Chris Watts anymore. I think all that needs to be said about Chris was said. He's where he needs to be. The Rusak family was totally innocent of anything. Chris is guilty of killing them all, okay? And Nicole is never going to be charged. She pinged in Frederick that morning, or I am willing to guess that she pinged many times, many days, before. So that morning isn't just a unique occurrence. I think that she pinged that tower many times on many days. All right, but she's never going to be charged, and I think we ought to just let it go. Now, if you feel like, well, you just have to keep going on this, that's up to you. That's up to you. Okay, but I don't think it's necessary, and I think it's time to move on. Okay. So, anyways, that being said, I'd like to wish you all a happy day, and I hope that you take good care of yourself, okay? And be kind to everybody. Be kind to everybody. It's what we're supposed to do, okay? I pray that may God blesses you, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.